Hello to all the viewers. There's a specific request for an English video on the sugar innovation, which was done many years ago. It's also available in the market under the name of Sugar Life. Our company name is Natural Life Specialty Private Limited, which is in Pune. And this low GI diabetic friendly Sugar Life sugar is widely available everywhere, and it's available in the e-commerce website of our company, Natural Life. Brand name is Sugar Life, Sugar-Life, no E, Sugar. LIF is the spelling for that. It's available widely in Amazon and Flipkart and all the online purchase areas. You can buy and experience it. We have done a video on elaborate video for more than 40 minutes in Tamil. So there's a many requests which has come from all parts of India and also from many other parts of the world where a lot of my contacts are there in who doesn't know Tamil, who is familiar to English, and also there are a lot of requests has come to our company. We want this video on English so that they can understand. That's why this specific video has been made. So I would start this video by giving you some inputs. So there are four number of products which are produced in the world in abundance. One is rice, the other one is wheat, the third one is milk, the fourth one is sugar. All four of them are carbohydrates. Three of them are made with agricultural input, one is made with dairy, that is milk. So rice and wheat are complex carbohydrates which are called the polysaccharide starch materials. Milk is a disaccharide carbohydrate, lactose, and sugar is sucrose, you know. So these four products are controlled by the world political community of each respective country because the prices of these major products are controlled. They cannot allow these basic prices to go up because these are the predominant basic food for the mankind. We have to survive with carbohydrates, we have no choice. That's the only energy fuel for our cells. So every government of every respective country make sure these four products are much available for the people need, for the people demand, and also make sure that it goes with a price factor which is highly controlled. This is one you need to know. So we're going to talk about the sugar. In this, 180 to 200 million metric ton of sugar is produced around the world, Brazil being number one, India being number two, and China being number three. So we produce around 22 to 25 million metric ton out of this 180 with 640 plus sugar mills in the country spread across the Indian subcontinent. Sugar is a vital product, and without sugar the mankind cannot survive, which is much needed one. 65 to 70% of the sugar produced around the world is used by the industries, and 30 to 35% of the sugar produced by the humanity is used by the household. This is what you need to understand. So industries are very huge. So you have one of the greatest industries is jam, which is produced around the world. 500 grams of every kilo of jam is sugar, and all sauces, ketchups and all that are 300 grams of sugar. Then you can go to the wine industry, candies, chocolates, confectionaries, ice creams, biscuits, bakeries, desserts, cakes. It keeps going on and on and on with aerated waters and fruit juices, what is available in the market. So every possible food commodity produced in the world where sugar is involved. So nearly more than 25% of the human population out of the 800 crore people we are living in this world are directly and indirectly involved in their livelihood based on sugar, which is inevitably a part of our economic part of life. This is what is very, 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 very important. Now, if you take the agricultural community producing sugarcane and sugar beet. They also come within this 25% of the world population, and sugar is inevitable. Day in and day out, in some form or the other, every human being on a calendar day eat in some form or the other, if not direct sugar, they take sugar in some form. Even if you take bread and bun, your 3 percentage of the component is sugar. So 3% of the batter made is sugar. So most of the restaurants also, they use sugar and jaggery as one of their a small component in most of their dishes in India and many parts of the world, in basic Chinese food, what you get and whatnot. And biscuit industry, another huge industry where without sugar no biscuits is made. You can understand the amount of chocolate industry goes around the world in every country, and Europe basically produces a huge amount of chocolates. So now we come to the technical part of the sugar. What that we have done is they could not do anything about the sugar, so they were the modern scientific community were helpless, not because the diabetic world was growing. So they came out with artificial sweetness somewhere in 1981, aspartame, and 85, 86 sucralose came, and then after 2009 stevia came. So these are the major 3 artificial sweeteners which are very injurious to health, which we have explained in our videos, how it has come up, what is the history of it and all that. Because they could not do anything to the sugar, they came out with artificial sweetener. So after 1970, research work started on fructose in sugar by the British scientific community. Then came Robert Lustig, who did tremendous work in this area, who's a legendary scientist who has worked more than 4 decades on fructose, which causes innumerable number of trouble to our this thing. So initially people were thinking sugar was 2 components, there is no much variation. But in 1847, a French scientist, Augustin Pierre, who found the fructose molecule is different from glucose, but he has not named the molecule. But whereas in 1857, 10 years later, a British chemist, William Miller, who coined that word fructose. From there on, we could not study much because the scientific advancement was not there. From 1970 onwards, in the last 52 years, they have done the works on fructose with respect to biochemistry, finding a lot of bad effects goes on inside the body. So this is what is the history of fructose in sugar. So to promote the artificial sweetness, a propaganda was made that sugar is a white poison. Otherwise it would not have come. So it was embedded all over the world. Propaganda was made. Human brain was conditioned by going on saying, even the medical community who are involved in medicine and treatments and all that, they were all been conditioned to say that sugar is a white poison. Sugar is not a white poison. Yes, of course, fructose is not good for us, no doubt, but fructose can be metabolized by the liver. So 25 to 30 or 50 grams of sugar per day is highly needed to the human body. And when the diabetic people are kept away from sugar and sugar related products in Asian subcontinents and all that, they find their daily life very difficult, and also it has a terrific impact over their mental health. So considering all this, we have used one of the tools in medicine making from the ancient Tamil heritage. We have diluted it to more than 1,000 times and brought forward a technology to diffuse fructose, in the sense like converting the ketone group of fructose to aldehyde group, which was well proved in gas chromatography. So there was no solvent available at that time when we did it. About 7-8 years back, I came out with an organic solvent. There is no solvent available for GCMS to test carbohydrates. They have to test in other medias by derivation and all that, which doesn't give the exact result. Gas chromatography mass spectrometry is the only machine which can read the molecule status. So I made, took 6 months to make an organic solvent. I named it as Exxon, the organic solvent, to test carbohydrates. I was the first person to do it. If you go to the net and put XON organic solvent, you can see all my journal articles and other things. So now this sugar becomes completely a low GI product, which is tested by the Inquis lab in Canada, and it was also tested with many animal models in India, and we've been effectively marketing this in a big way. So initially I worked with, from 2011, I made this breakthrough in 2003 and worked on it till 2004. Then I worked for nearly 5 to 6 years for an industrial model to make abundance of sugar with this technology, because there is no point in devising a technology using that technology only to use few hundred or few tons, because the quantity needed because of the diabetic world is very huge. So we were to really put our heads down and work on it for an industrial model where we can make huge amount of sugar into this way. So the technology is devised in such a way that you can make abundance of sugar. Even all the 180 million metric ton sugar can be converted. The technology is devised in such a way. I joined hands with a few people in Chennai. I am basically born brought up in Chennai. So, and a company was born by the name Diabetes Consumer Product Private Limited. They were supposed to buy this technology from me. They made an agreement, but at that time I needed money. So I was struggling for money, so I wanted to sell the technology and make some money for myself to go forward with my research and other works and my livelihood and so on. But then they were not paid me properly, and the agreement got cancelled, and they were only trying to find the other ways and means to adopt this technology by recopying it or reverse engineering it and whatnot, which I was known to me, but I couldn't do anything. They did not treat me also properly. In many ways they have dishonored me. So still I worked with them between 2011 to 2017, and then finally I could not tolerate many things, so I was forced to leave the company. My technology was intact with me, it was not given to them. Then from there on, when I was there with them only, they brought in somebody and started developing a parallel technology. I don't know what it is. Without the catalyst what we handle, they cannot do such things. And they have done it. It is their cup of tea. So they are making their own sugar now, which I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's available in the market or not, but then their website is on. They were using my videos and other things for which for nearly 4 years after I left. So I was forced to file a case on them in the court. So they were using my name, my journal articles and so on. Then court has given order now to remove all that. Then after 2017, I joined a few of my friends in Pune, started a company called Natural Life Specialty Private Limited, and under the brand name of Sugar Life, it is widely available. Now this feature of this sugar is very interesting. You can have 25 to 30 grams of this sugar as a diabetic person, which will keep you energetic and good. The idea is to make diabetic individuals live a life at par with normal individuals. All kinds of sweets can be made at home by this sugar, and diabetic individuals can feel free to have it. Too good for normal people, fantastic. Too good for children, and too good for juvenile diabetic, whatnot. And you can see when you eat a spoon of sugar, your sweet taste will linger around your tongue and the throat for quite some time. If you consume Sugar Life sugar, it will disappear within seconds, and it will make you highly energetic, and it enhances the taste of the food, whatever in which you mix the sugar. Say you make a cup of tea, put it in 2 cups, put normal sugar in 1 cup and Sugar Life sugar in 1 cup, you can clearly see the difference. You can make kheer or whatever at home, and whatever sweets made at home. Make 1 batch with normal sugar, 1 batch with Sugar Life sugar. You will find the difference very clearly by tasting both of them one after another. So same wise, coffee also, you can see the difference. So it's very beautiful to see. The sugar is subjected to a technology, and molecular conversion takes place. The sugar aesthetically remains the same. It does not smell anything. It is pure white diamond crystal in color. no aesthetic change or no smell, nothing. Whatever sugar you buy from the market is the same. Whatever sugar coming to the market only, we are bringing and processing it. The production is now at the moment in there's a factory called Vaishafik. It's an FDA approved, European Union approved factory in Pune. So they've been processing a lot of sugar in the last 5 years, and we are able to keep the supply to the demand. We are also gearing up for more production now, and we were sending it to many parts of the world. Now the government of India has temporarily stopped the export of sugar because we are running short of sugar. And this technology was asked by few top companies in the world, and there was a problem there. And even recently there was an international food exhibition in Amsterdam in Holland, where my company is represented. My chairman and MD had gone there. So the Belgium people who are big chocolate makers, they wanted this technology. We were ready to give them. After all, fellow human beings in Europe should also experience. We are already exporting this sugar to a particular chocolate company in Switzerland and Belgium. And this deal could not go through because they wanted the world rights. We said you can take the European rights if you want to. We are ready to patent the technology and give you the know-how to produce your own sugar out there for the European population who also needed to experience sugar, being diabetic people, to live normal life. But they wanted Indian subcontinent rights also, which we were not interested. Our goals were very clear. We saw our Indian subcontinent, our Indian people with this technology, because Europe and America have many number of technology which they don't share with us till today. So why should we share with them? But they are also our fellow human beings. They can feel free to take it. Europe population is only 70 crores. Indian subcontinent population is 140 crores. So we were very clear that we keep to hold our Indian rights, and the talks are still going on. I think they will agree to it by allowing us to hold the Indian right, because the technology belongs to us. It doesn't belong to them. So we are ready to patent it and give licensing to all parts of the world slowly. The process work is on for patent, which we will be doing it later. So these are all the salient feature of the sugar innovation, which has been recognized. This has been given a lot of awards. The list of awards in my profile, you can go and have a look at it. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.